Yo, guys, I hope you're well. We've just had the first sentencing for the rioters, and I just wanted to read out a couple of my thoughts and responses, people. So bear with me here at Urb'n Barz. So, guys, the Empire strikes back. And a funny thing is, I've read the book. I've not really been a massive fan of Star Wars, but this seems like it's all coming to pass, doesn't it, people? The Empire strikes back. But it is striking back at its own people and punishing us for being good citizens. Today, we've had the first sentences handed out by the courts to those who have rioted over the last few days. Three men have been jailed for up to a period of 3 years. So these are the three gentlemen, and I believe they were involved in rioting in the Liverpool area, people. So, guys, this is a sign of the government, and it's throwing its full force of the law at us, the people, and letting us know that they will not tolerate any debates in their plans for the future for our society. This is the same government that is supposed to serve us, the people, but they are now dictating to us, the people, and they're letting us know that we, the people, are only here to serve they, the government. It's nothing more and nothing less. They are closed for debate. That is my honest opinion, people. The government has moved heaven and earth to punish those that have, and these guys here are evidence. The government has moved heaven and earth to punish those that they have deemed to have stepped out of line, and they're throwing all of their resources and more to flex their power over us. And it's no matter the cost. And people, we will bear that cost. But when we need the government to listen to us or to assist us, our cries fall on deaf ears and they turn their backs on us. They are not interested, people. They're not interested. So yes, people, those who break the law, they should be punished. But in my opinion, they are entitled to due process. So what we're seeing now is people being fast-tracked at record pace through the system, from being arrested to being charged to being appearing in court and then being sentenced and then taken away to jail. There is due process, people. So at some point, I'm certain we are going to find out that some people have maybe been arrested illegally, or they've even got the wrong person. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of furore down the line. I'm sure it's going to happen, people. When you do these things at breakneck speed and you're breaking all kinds of barriers to do this, I'm certain there's going to be issues down the line. So guys, those people who have broken the law, yes, they should be punished, but they should go through a due process. But as I'm saying, and I'm linking this to the Empire Strikes Back, but this government under Keir Starmer is letting us know that we are indeed living in a two-tier judicial system. Not only a two-tier police system, but a two-tier judicial system. And in this system, it will be just their friends that they help and no one else. So the recent riots is the excuse this government has been looking for to roll out its long-laid plans to permanently crush any and all opposition and voice from the people. And they've been ably assisted by their pals in the media. So guys, don't get it twisted. This isn't just a knee-jerk reaction. These plans have been in place for a very long time. They've just been looking for the excuse to roll it out. And I call this problem, reaction, solution. That's what they're doing, people. So they are coming down like a ton of bricks on these people who have rioted. And they're doing it not because it's the people who rioted, but they're doing it to the likes of you and I, who at some point are going to be so incensed by what's going on that we will try and make our voice heard, but we will not be allowed to, because they're taking away all forms of protest, people. We won't be allowed to even protest peacefully. It's not going to happen in a very short period of time. Just before I came on here, I heard a piece that was even more alarming, people, than everything else we've seen. So we see these three people here. They're now serving up to 3 years in jail at His Majesty's pleasure. Really? Anyway, guys, what I've heard is they've also added that you or I or anyone who is deemed to be sharing or commenting on certain posts, that can lead to us being arrested. So, as I said before, people, it is all part of a wider plan. So, I'd just love to hear your comments, people, and your opinions on what's going on. So, literally, this, in my opinion, is a power move by those higher ups. The riots and the rioting is just the means for them to be able to implement these moves, but these plans have been out for a very long time, people, and it's just that the rioting has fallen into their laps, and now they're rolling out these plans. They're flexing their muscles. They're literally saying to people that they have a plan in store for us, and the plan is going to be rolled out no matter who objects. So when you go for planning permission for a house or something, they normally, or by law, they're meant to, or they're deemed to be able to inform you that this property or this business or whatever is looking to go ahead. You have X amount of days to voice your opinion. They will listen to you and then get back to you, and they will either allow the plans to go ahead or they will shelve those plans and say they can't go ahead. What's happening, and in my opinion, so let me know down here in the comment section, is that they have a whole raft of plans they're looking to push ahead, but we will not be allowed to even look over these plans or to object to these plans, even to see them. These plans are going to go ahead whatever our opinions are, people. And all of these, should we call them checkpoints, gateways, gateposts that are in place at the moment are going to be rescinded bit by bit by bit. But what they're doing is they're doing it by having something like a riot. They're going to now look into things on the internet. They're going to look into things like potentially they're not going to allow more than X amount of people to be in a protest, into a group, etc., etc. So, guys, it's happening. So just be aware of what's going on, but be aware of the bigger and the wider picture. There is a much bigger and a much wider picture that's going on here. And when I'm hearing these news stories, I'm looking at them for what the story is, but I'm actually looking at what is behind the story and what is the bigger picture behind the story, people. There's a much bigger picture than just punishing people who are rioting. They're throwing everything, heaven and earth, at these rioters. Heaven and earth, people. And it's not just because they're rioting, people. It's because they have they have plans in place they want to put in place, and this is an opportune moment for them to do it. Anyway, guys, let me know down here in the comment section what you think. Maybe I'm dreaming away, but just think about what's going on and think about what is the actual bigger picture. What is the ends? There is a means to an end, people. This is the means, but what is the ends that they're trying to reach? Let me know in the comment section. But all I want to say, people, is whatever you do, make certain you look after yourselves, you look after each other. If you're going to go out protesting, people, make certain you do it safely, do it legally. And as I said to you before, get those emails out to all the government sources to complain and to make certain that we hit those thresholds so that we can force debate in Parliament. So whatever is on your minds, people, whatever is ticking you off, get those, I can't even say the word, get those petitions written, get those petitions signed, get those petitions out and make certain that we can voice them in Parliament. We can voice them across the House. Keir Starmer didn't want to bring Parliament back because he doesn't want anyone to curtail what's going on at the minute. But we need to make certain we do this lawfully and legally, people. Because at the end of the day, it's our freedom of speech and it's our freedom, basically our freedoms, which is going to be curtailed in the not too distant future. So we all need to do our bit, but we all need to do our bit legally, lawfully, and so that they have no comeback at us, guys. Do it legally, do it lawfully, get together, get those letters, get those emails, get those petitions written, and make certain that the government hears us and has to respond to us. Guys, Look after yourselves, look after each other, and make certain you come back to the next Urb'n Barz reaction, guys. I'm out.